tonight. And I don't mean that I didn't think we had I didn't think we couldn't do it, but I just, the way it kind of went from the snap, you know, coming off of last week's disappointing loss on a short week, having as many guys out as we did, you know, it was kind of nerve-wracking. You know, just seeing how some of those young guys would fit in, how we would, you know, how we'd really be without Mike Warren kind of, you know, being the catalyst for a lot of the things we do offensively, and without our starting right tackle that was kind of diagnosed on Wednesday that he wasn't going to be able to play. You know, having some, you know, Arquan Bush that has to go in and play 3/4 of the game for us. So there's a lot of things that kind of ran into this week to say, hey, we're going to find out a lot about, you know, the character of our team, the strength of our leadership, and the way those guys will be able to handle some things. And I tell you, they did. I'm not saying they amazed me, but they did some great things tonight. And there's some even greater things that were on the sideline. Just the ability to see, you know, that growth from, you know, from the quarterbacks too. And I mean that from Hayden Moore and his ability to help prepare Desmond, and not just in this game, but throughout the entire year. And to see those guys that were out tonight that really took pride in making sure that whoever was filling in for them or whatever they were doing, that they were going to make a difference in this game. And so I'm happy that you know, the culture and you know, the pride of that, what's upstairs in that locker room, not the athleticism, but the other things that last so long, really showed up tonight. And I think that's what, to me, makes me most proud. Not the whatever the score, 50-some to 56-6, or the 10 wins. It's those other little things that, you know, that came out of that locker room tonight that have me so excited.
Questions? This senior class has been through so much. What are your thoughts on that group and what they've been through, what they've accomplished, and how they've helped get the program to this point?
I owe them everything. I mean, to be honest, I grabbed a bunch of them in there in the locker room tonight just after this and said, we would not be even close to where we are without you guys. And I mean that from, you know, the three guys up front, and defensive line wise with Cortez and Cope and Kamani Fitz, and then the guys up front on the offensive line with, you know, Garrett Campbell and Kyle Trout. Garrett obviously has been 6 years, and he's had some guys thrown in the mix with him to try to bring along as a senior. Lee Clements, those kind of guys. I know that there's no way that we would be able to even bring along some of these young kids without those guys. Without those guys, if there was any bitterness, if there was anything sticking in the back of their mind about, you know, whatever our objectives are or were as a coach and for our program, it wouldn't look like this. And I think that's what I'm most proud of. Those guys have a lot of character behind them, and I think the University of Cincinnati means a lot more to them. And that's kind of what we tried to throw it on, to make sure that they understand this is about the University of Cincinnati. This is about you being proud of the program and where you went to school. And in order to do that, you're going to have to bring along a lot of young guys. And for those guys to know those young guys and you know, year in year, throughout the entire season so far, I mean, I can't speak enough about it.
Does Hayden Moore kind of exemplify that?
I told him from the get-go, and I probably said I told him from when we first started this thing in camp, when we didn't know who was going to be the quarterback, and I sat those two guys down and I said, your guys' relationship will be probably the biggest factor inside our locker room, outside of play or anything. You know, however it's going to work out, your guys' ability to handle, you know, your relationship, you guys working together, truly putting the team above yourself, however it happens, will mean so much. And to be honest with you, I think there's in lies where the strength of this team is right now. The strength of this program is the selfless commitment of a guy like Hayden Moore. You know, his ability to stay positive and really truly help and want not just Desmond but the entire team to do well.
My apologies.
That's okay.
Do you allow yourself any personal satisfaction? Did you prove anything to yourself?
No, my wife just shouted. I said I didn't smile once as I walked down the steps coming in here. There's always little things that you're worried about, but no, like I said, it's not the 56-6 that I'm happiest about. It's seeing Hayden Moore go in there and do what he did at the end of the game. It's seeing those guys on the sideline when they go upstairs, or those guys on the sideline that are so happy for some of those guys that are in the game. Seeing those kinds of things are where the real growth is, because nothing's guaranteed to you. I told those guys in there, you worked your butt off, we say 285 days, and it doesn't guarantee you 10 wins. It doesn't guarantee you a championship. What it guarantees you is an opportunity, you know, to really be on a journey and have a journey that you will never ever forget. And I think as I slightly reflect, those are the things that, that make you smile the most, of seeing those guys start to realize about the journey and not just the destination, and the pride that I think they have in what they wear on the front of their chest now.
Luke, when you reflect back on the 3 regular seasons that you've been in charge of a program, including 2017 and 11, how would you compare the experience of coaching this 2018 group? I know a different version of the same question.
There's not a whole lot of unfortunately, we all rise and fall upon the, a little bit of the record. We say that's not what it's all about, and I know it's not. But I think the thing that's so gratifying so far is just to see the growth, and when you're in the midst of turmoil, whether it was 11 or even 17 last year, where it was just, things were just constantly happening. I never had the ability to see any of the growth. In 11 it was more of how quickly can you hold the decay and the tear down, and then last year it was, goodness sakes, are we going to grow at all? I'm not even overly worried about the games we win. We won 4 games, and really, we were 1 play away from winning 1 game. We were 3 plays away from winning 1 game. And it wasn't that was kept you, swirling. It was, what is the growth of that locker room? What is the growth of these guys and our relationship? When's it going to show, and how's it going to grow?
On the tail end of coaching season 2 here, what does the University of Cincinnati mean to you, and what has the city grown to mean to you?
I think that's what I want our kids to understand, and myself as well. It's easier for an adult, for me, to kind of come in. I knew darn well when I walked in here I was going to embrace everything about the university, about the city, about the community. I wasn't worried about that. I was actually really excited about it. I've always thought that, I've always known that. My job was to be the example to our guys, that they got to take pride in what it is that they do and what they represent. We came in, we talked about owning it, representing it, and everything we do. Earn it, own it, and represent it. You earn it from the get-go. You own it once you all of a sudden start to, deep down inside your gut and your heart, you really start to love the place and what you're doing and who you're doing it with, and then you represent it. And when you represent it, I'm talking about from time to, from when you leave here on, for your whole life. And I think, yes, success helps that. It helps that, but I think it's the bonds and the way in which you do it at a place that allows you to really represent it for your whole life. And so I think that's the growth of what we're doing and how we recruit, the kids when we recruit, and you want them to have that.
Garrett Campbell tonight started at guard next to Ikari. Just talk about that bond a little bit.
Yeah, that happened on Wednesday. Just trying to figure the best mix, and that's the versatility that a guy like Garrett Campbell gives you. Not only does he come back from 6 weeks from a broken leg, but his ability to move in the versatility of Kyle Trout bumped out on Wednesday practice, where we're not even in pads, to go play tackle, which he hasn't played all year. But those guys' ability to make those selfless sacrifices for the team, even on their senior day and their last opportunity to play here, they didn't bat an eye at it. They didn't worry about it. They said, whatever's best, we'll get the best lineup out there and we'll get this thing done.
Did Kaleo campaign you to get 200?
No. That's where I don't quite see those things. I heard him on the headset say, hey, you're right, if we throw this thing here, we're going to want to get the Kaleo to 200. So, it's a great thing. In the way he's handled it, I think, he's had a lot of ups and downs this season, in the sense that, early in the season we didn't throw the ball much, and that's what I'm talking about, the ability for those seniors to not duck their head and pout and go the other direction even when things aren't going their way. We might be winning, but we all have that selfish nature inside us that even if we're winning, but we don't feel like we're contributing and doing the things we need to do, it still makes it difficult. And his ability to continue to fight through those things is why he is there tonight.
You guys have any plans right now to move forward as you get ready to?
No, we don't know what. We'll meet. We'll give them off tonight. We'll get them off tomorrow. We'll meet on Sunday. Give them a little bit of a snapshot of where we think we are and how we're going to even get some work done this week as the coaches go out and recruit. But there's going to be some things we're going to get these guys doing because they've got goals and dreams too. And we know darn well the next step is going to be not who we play but how we perform. And when they perform like this, they're excited about continuing to do the things.
Having coached in a bowl game before many times before at Ohio State, how much different is the preparation leading up to that where you have more time than it is during the regular season?
It's not much different. I think the thing about it, for a young program like us, I think these are the ways that you really build. You have an opportunity. It's almost like another spring football, whether it's 10 practices, 8 practices, 12 practices, whatever it is. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work with young guys outside of just the preparation for the actual game. So that's what excites me, is to have a lot of these young guys that they're going to get a lot more preparation and playing the game that they love. And then some of those guys that haven't had opportunities, so they're going to be excited about doing those things. So that's why you want to get back at it as fast as we possibly can.
All good?
Good.
Yep.
All right, we got players here.